So, do you want financial mental peace? This is not something which I have said. There's a lot of people have said this. A lot of money commentators, money scholars, and investors have said this. But I am saying it in this order, perhaps for the first time. So, to that extent, you might find it something different. So, first of all, I found that to have financial mental peace, you have to live far below what your income allows you to. Just because your income allows you to have a much higher standard of living, don't make that your standard of living. It's a very difficult environment out there. COVID has seen real bad times. Many companies have taken a cut of top people's salary. Many jobs have been lost, right? So, without mentioning too much about COVID, let me first start by saying living far below what your incomes allows you to is a very great way how you can have mental peace. So, if your cash take home is something like 2 lakhs and you have EMIs of 50,000 and your household expenses are 30-40,000, it means you have about 1 lakh available surplus every month, which you will be doing an SIP, but SIP can always be cut back, EMI cannot be cut back, right? So live far below what your income allows you to. Have a lot of gratitude. That is one thing I have found, that there is so much for us, for all of us to be grateful about. Your parents, whether it is God. I keep wondering every day what would happen to me if I did not have this voice. I will not be able to record, right? I may not be able to teach, I may be able to write, but I may not be able to speak. So I love talking about money, I love writing about money, I love recording videos about money. And actually none of this make money for me. What makes money for me is still my equity portfolio. But still I enjoy doing this. So there is enough to be grateful to God for. Right? So have gratitude towards it, and in case you wonder what you have to be grateful about, even getting water is enough to be grateful about. Elsewhere on my blog, I have done a story about an African village where people take 12 hours to get water. You are blessed, truly blessed. Putting away money for your goals. When you know that you have a goal and it keeps on, somewhere at the back of your mind keeps telling you, oh, you got your daughter's education, your son's education, your retirement, your parents' illness, and keeps nagging you. When you do an SIP saying, this is for my daughter's education, this is for my daughter's marriage, this is for my parents' illness, this is for my own old age, if you keep those things, the fact that you have taken steps reduces the stress. Not that you have the relevant amount of money. If you think it's going to cost your daughter's wedding about, say, 75 lakhs or a crore after 5 years, but the fact that you're taking steps towards it and you can see 25-30 lakhs is good enough, because in 5 years maybe you would have saved enough, you would have pulled from somewhere else. But at least you're taking steps. That itself reduces stress. You normally get poor by the amount of money that you save in a sale. I keep saying this. Whenever you go to a mall and you find you buy 3 t-shirts, you get 2 t-shirts free, etc. You get poor by saving that extra 2 t-shirts, which means you get 5 t-shirts or 6 t-shirts, not all of which you like. Then they're lying at home, lying unused and creating extra clutter, right? So very nice thing to do is to reduce the clutter. And for reducing the clutter, you want lesser things, not more things. Believe me, at some stage in life, you will say, I wish I had less things and I had more experiences, because experience is what you will remember, not things. Do you remember which t-shirt you bought 6 months ago or something which you bought 5 years ago? Very unlikely that you will remember which t-shirt, what it was. But if you had gone out with a friend, and you will very likely that you will recall that event very fondly, right? The another important investment which I don't see people make, and which is a very useful thing for financial mental peace, is investing in yourself. Whatever you learn, make sure that learning is useful, right? So investing in yourself and in future is a very good way to ensure that you are at mental peace. So investing in yourself can mean both physical and mental. Both of that is investing in yourself. Keep your investment simple. If you don't understand dal chawal is good, just take all of this and put money in an index fund. That makes sense for people who don't understand what they are doing with a bunch of friends. if it's too good to be true, it has got to be too good to be true, right? So when you're catering, remember that. The best things in life are free. So when I said it's too good to be true previously, I also meant there is no free lunch. So remember that also. And even when you're catering, you need to remember that if it's there is no free lunch, and if it's too good to be true, it is not true, right? It is best if somebody else pays for your child's higher education, which means you don't have to pay. And what I mean by this is, if your children can get scholarships, that's a great way to start, right? So then you need to have lesser money for your children's education. Thank you.